Hello, I'm Garry McCracken, and this is Ask the Expert. In the previous Ask the Expert, I answered the question, how is it possible to authenticate to a website in the cloud without a password or shared secret? Today's question is, what is authentication replay resistance and how can it be achieved? Well, one of my favorite sites for reliable security advice is NIST, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. So I had a look at their special publication 863B on authentication and lifecycle management. To paraphrase NIST, an authentication process resists replay attacks if it is impractical to achieve a successful authentication by recording and replaying a previous authentication message. What does this mean? Well, it means that passwords are not replay resistant. Why is that? Well, because you can record a password and you can replay it again and get an authentication. Let's jump into the animation and I'll show this in action. So here we go. We have a user on a browser, say Chrome, wanting to go to a website in the cloud somehow or somewhere. Now the user could be entering their username and password to the website, probably over an encrypted TLS channel. So that itself is replay resistant. But there's a possibility exists of a recording of that username and password before it enters that TLS channel, maybe by a keylogger, something like that. And then at a later time, that username and password could be replayed and access gained to the website. Now let's take a look at how using asymmetric cryptography, we could add replay resistance to this sign-on. Well, if you recall from the last webinar, we employed a security key, a private key stored on a TPM, and the website had the corresponding public key. Now the website can send a nonce, a number used once, and it's probably a statistically unique random number to the web browser. The web browser, in turn, sends the nonce to the security key, which signs it with the private key that is protected by the TPM. And then the signed nonce is returned to the website. And as before, the nonce signature is verified with the public key. And if it verifies, we know that it actually came from that user with that security key. But for replay resistance, the important thing to do is also check that the nonce that was just returned and signed is exactly the same as the nonce sent moments ago. If it's a nonce from yesterday or the day before, then that's a replay attack. But this is easily defeated because by checking that the nonce is one just sent. And the user is logged in. So that is how you can achieve replay resistance with asymmetric cryptography. And this has been Ask the Expert. Thank you.